Welcome back to another episode of Busted Bottle, where we do bourbon reviews, and sometimes we just talk about bourbon in general. Today I'm drinking the 1845 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey. It is right at 114 proof. That's my pour of the day. What we're discussing is we've done some distillery tours. We're part of the Texas Trailblazer. It's a whiskey trail here in the state of Texas, and they have tours and many different tastings. This is all these bottles represent the distilleries that we have been to, the wife and I. We have been to the Tawakero Distilling Company. We have been to the 1845 Distilling Company, the Bent Distilling Company, Still Austin Distilling Company, and the Iron Root Distilling Company. And we wanted to share our personal experiences and what made them unique. You want to kind of go into that a little bit, hon?
Sure. I'm Mrs. Busted Bottle. And I like to join the distillery tours with my husband, even though I don't partake. We were talking after we went to 1845 last week about our different experiences at each distillery and how they're each valuable but very different. Where do you want to start? I guess our first one was Still Austin.
Still Austin, yeah.
What did you think?
I think you said it best the other day when you spoke about it's a very nice tour, tasting and all that. It's more set up for like a corporate setting. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that's what I said, that it felt really corporate. It was very thorough. It was a good tour. I learned a lot about the process. I learned a lot about Still Austin. The people on the tour weren't as interactive or connected with each other. So I would say it was a little bit more sterile experience for me. It's a very nice facility. The tour guide did a great job. But I would definitely agree it was more corporate, and I would say more sterile experience.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. A very unique, very good experience, but more of like a corporate setting. The next one that we visited was the Tawakero Distilling Company in Palestine, Texas. And that one was to me, a very personal type feel, one-on-one. There was a gentleman there that took us on a tour. It was phenomenal. A great one-on-one experience. What was your thought process on that one, hon?
I would agree. We were the only ones there in the whole distillery. It was one gentleman that took us on a very personal tour. I thought it was very intimate, very connected. It made you feel special, like you're getting to see into the distillery in a way that maybe other people haven't. It's a nice facility. It's a beautiful area. So we enjoyed the drive. We didn't know how pretty it is out there in Palestine. And I would say I would call that a very intimate one-on-one experience.
Yeah, I would say so. I did leave one distillery out that I would really like to mention, and that is the Garrison Brothers Distillery in High, Texas, and it's right next to Fredericksburg. That is one that I had gone to, and the wife was with me, but she didn't go on the tour that day. That particular one was a very friendly tour. Everyone seemed like they enjoyed being there as far as the staff and all that. A very country feel, but they make you feel at home no matter where you came from or who you are. So a very country friendly atmosphere. If you want to just kick your feet back, and they have rocking chairs and just kind of sit back and enjoy the country music, that would be the one that you would want to visit. But yes, very
family friendly too.
Yes.
Even though I didn't go on the tour because we had our dogs with us, dogs were welcome, not on the tour, but in the area on the grounds. Very family friendly. There was music and food, and it's a very nice place.
Very nice, very nice. The next one would be Iron Root, the Iron Root Distilling Company. That is probably, as far as tours go, one of my personal favorites. Everyone makes you feel welcome. They start you off with a tasting, and then they take you back in their barrel room, and just a wonderful family. The Licorice family does an amazing job. The mom and the son, the father, all of them do an amazing job. What was your thought on that?
I felt like that was the most educational for someone like me who does not partake in drinking bourbon, or for me anything else. It was really educational. It was very friendly. The family was lovely. They were very welcoming and warm. If you want to connect with the other people on the tour, it might not be the best atmosphere for that, because you're all sitting at different tables, and so you might be able to connect afterward or before, but like during the tour, there's not a lot of opportunity for that. But it was, I think, educationally, the absolute best tour that we've been on.
I would say if you want to learn about how the process is made, they do an outstanding job overall.
Mm-hmm.
The next one would be the Bent Distilling Company in Louisville, Texas. The wife and I both attended that tour, and that one, they were very friendly, but it appeared as though they were kind of just getting started. What was your thought process on that?
Yeah, I don't think they've probably hosted a lot of tours. It seemed like they were very warm and welcoming, very friendly. We didn't really explore a lot of the facility. There wasn't a lot of space too afterward for the tasting, which again, I know they're just getting started, so it's understandable, but the staff was wonderful. We got to interact with some of the other people on the tour. That was nice to connect with some other people over shared interest. It was a nice tour. However, you're not going to see a lot of the facility, and it is a pretty small space, so just be aware of that. But it was nice.
Yeah, very small space. They were very friendly, the folks there. Just like the wife said, Mrs. Busted Bottle, not a lot of space. The next one, 1845 Distilling Company, and that is in Lowry Crossing, Texas, right next to McKinney. That one was a very country feel too. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. There is quite a bit of space for that tour. They take you through. You learn a lot about the family. I will say that.
Yeah, I almost felt like, they were welcoming us into the family. We met the owners and the staff. They were so incredibly welcoming and very, very connecting. They really wanted to know about us and why we were there, and it was a good opportunity to also connect with other people on the tour. It's a wonderful facility. They have a very nice space. Very, very friendly. They're great hosts. That was probably, I would say, feeling really, really personal. 1845 and Tawakaro felt the most intimate and personal for me.
I would say that 1845 and Tawakaro for me as well were also very, very one-on-one personal type, but all were very friendly. So I would highly recommend becoming a member of the Texas Trailblazer and visit these distilleries. It will give you a very educational process and outlook on the whole distillery process. So we want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and tell all your friends that Busted Bottle knows how to drink his bourbon. Cheers. Y'all take care now.